Wicked problem. Okay. Wicked problems. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. Who gains and who loses? Wicked problems. To reason their way out of chaos. Define success. The critical globalization literature. The development project. This embodied somewhat of a dismal story. Didn't really work. Didn't really work. Okay. Didn't really work. Didn't really work. Okay. Anarchy and chaos. Wicked problems. Episteme. Technique. Wicked problems. Who gains and who loses? Wicked problems. To reason their way out of chaos. Why grow? Who gains and who loses? Why grow? To reason their way out of chaos. Why grow? This is really about the idea. Where did it come from? What are the consequences? Where are we headed? Our fascination with growth. It's so like dense. Development project. Didn't really fit dominion. Didn't really fit development project. Didn't really fit dominion. Didn't really fit hegemonic. Problem was masculinity. Problem was hegemonic. Problem was masculinity. Didn't really fit feminization of the GNP. Wicked problem. Huge Romy Sperry. Hegemonic wicked economic logically illiterate. Instrumental rationality. Wicked organization. Process of research. It's so like dense. Wicked problem. All kinds of opinions. All kinds of opinions about it. All kinds of opinions about it. Feminism really uses talk. Simultaneous shift from like Keynesian economic theory to neoliberalism. Markets will solve all your problems. It didn't really work. Huge growing disparity. Feminism's accumulation of capital. I don't find those particularly useful. Instrumental rationality. Didn't really work. Go, Spike Peterson. Neoliberalism is not a fad. It's a discourse that justifies and obscures unjust consequences of globalization. And what we see is the remnant of a very vibrant dialogue several centuries ago, which is evolving into a dialogue about consumption and self-interest. It's total devastation. Structural hierarchy. Transfer of power is hidden. It's total devastation. Structural hierarchy. Transfer of power is hidden. It's total devastation. Structural hierarchy. Transfer of power is hidden. I had a question. Why? What keeps this in place? Why? Why is this persisting? The perspective of myth, but it's a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. Power in a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. Power in a cultural story. It's not a lie. We are myth-making creatures. There is nothing wrong with myth. If you know it's a myth, but it's a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. But it's a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. Enormously fulfilling, nurturing, empowering. If you know it's a cultural story, it's not a lie. It's a cultural story. But it's a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. If you know it's a myth. When myths go unrecognized, we live them, or they live us. If you know it's not a lie. It's a cultural story. But it's a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. If you know it's a myth. Our task, therefore, is not to dismiss myth, but to actually recognize it and grow it up. If you know it's not a lie. It's a cultural story. If you know it's a cultural story. It's not a lie. It's a cultural story. If you know it's a myth, grow it up. Grow it up. Grow it up. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? What do we do? Where are we going? What do we do? Where are we going? What should we do? Where are we going? What should be done about this? Where are we going? The deeper purpose is to self-conscious. Where are we going? What do we do? Where are we going? Where we are now. Where are we going? What should be done about this? Where are we going? Where we are now. Where are we going? What do we do? Where are we going? But where we are now. Where are we going? Self-consciously deploy. What do we do? Where we are now. What keeps us in place? Where we are now. Where we are now. What keeps us in place? Where we are now. Where we are now. Hold us together. Where we are now. Where we are now. A code of civilization. A code of civilization. In my vision, civilization. A code of civilization. In my vision, in my vision, in my vision. Deeper purpose. Reign of optimism. In my vision, technique, intimate other. In my vision, we have matured, and so have our notions of growth and progress. In my vision, individual communities. In my vision, individual societies. In my vision, growth grows up, not by denying its existence, but by adding new meanings to it. In my vision, healthy children, and forests. In my vision, healthy children fulfilling lives. I envision a re-examination and a reinvigoration of what we choose to value. In my vision, define success. In my vision, individual technique, grow it up. In my vision, we have learned to place human need, connection, and compassion above self-interest, consumerism, and financial indicators of value. In my vision, individual society. In my vision, we have recovered our connections with one another. In my vision, we collectively grow up and wake up. In my vision, deeper purpose, we are thoughtful, generous, we are wise.